What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, I just bought a little bit of render and I wanted to give you a quick 2 or 3 minute explanation as to why, because it's honestly extremely simple. So let's not waste any more time at all and let's get straight into the video. Now, looking at render here, this is the primary reasoning for why I just bought some render. It's going to be so simple that it's probably going to annoy you. Well, what I've been paying attention to is the fact that render has been consistently getting more and more extended off of this trend line in which it established sometime this year. Of course, you can see back on March 18th, we put in a high right here, and then of course on May 11th, and then May 21st, and then of course June 7th, we put in some more resistance points on top of this line, really establishing that there was some sort of trend here. Now, of course, after that, render's prices didn't quite care, and we started to see its price rolling towards the downside, putting in a fall of roughly, 70 to 80%, depending on the high in which you're gauging. And so, of course, as this has been happening, render has been getting consistently further and further and further away from this trend line, especially when we were back there. Well, what I have come to realize, and as I've come to recognize, is that when a crypto puts in a macro structure of this given nature, when it puts in some sort of macro resistance, eventually, inevitably, as long as this crypto doesn't just die, right? If the company goes down or the blockchain stops working, whatever it may be, then that's a different story. But as long as this crypto stays alive, it will break this structure at some point. It will break this resistance at some given point, and it's honestly quite simple because this line will go to zero. So as long as this doesn't go to zero, eventually it will break through it. Very simple rationale here, very like kindergarten level thinking. But the reason why I'm thinking this is that in my brain, I'm looking at this and thinking, okay, if I bought right now, say at $4.70, at what given point would I not be in profit if render's price broke above the line at that level? Let me go out to the daily charts and hopefully it gives me a little bit more context here. Here you go. Okay. And so this is what we can see. We see an intersection point. Let's just go ahead and say right here, March 2025. This is the level that render's price, or this is the day that render's price would have to break through this line for me to not make profit from buying right now and simply just waiting for it to clear through this resistance level. I think it's going to happen before March. My primary reasoning is being November and December are typically extremely bullish months. We typically see altcoins do typically better again towards that November, December, January timeframe. Render itself is already extended down 70 to 80%, and historically it doesn't spend more than just a month or two there before looking to make some sort of recovery. And we're extremely extended on our Bollinger Bands, in which, historically speaking, we will try to work our way back up towards the top side. So because of that, I think it's going to happen before March. And so since that, and with that very simple rationale and logic, I bought a little bit of render, a dollar cost average in a good bit right here, expecting that we will be able to break this trend line prior to March of 2025. And that's the reason why I bought it. There's nothing else to it, not more complicated at all. I just thought that it was a good time because of that reasoning. So of course, let me know, is this too simple? Or do you have other reasons to why you are or are not buying render? Leave them down in the comments below. I know we can get technical here on the channel. We can look at really deep, we can look at Fibonacci's, we can look at structural analysis, we can do that. But sometimes I like to just remove myself from all that and just look at it very simply. And this is what it comes up with sometimes. So again, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you holding? Let me know. All of that is available down in the comments below. So let me find out down there. Of course, I'll have a conversation with you down there. And of course, I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.